Hello everyone and welcome back to BMX News, a weekly live BMX news stream that I do every Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And because this is live, that means we got some people in the chat. We got 18 people in here. Shout out to all of you for tuning in. Thank you. We got Caleb Oney in here, Ian Beckham, Huck Karinsky, aka Kier Karinsky as his dad. Kyle McDonald's in here, Ken Betza. You betcha, Ken Betza. BMX Pete Jordan. Hi, Jordan. Wade O BMX. Hello. Yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get into talking about the news. So I'm going to shrink myself a little bit. Why is this not updated? One sec. Always got to be switching stuff around. Here we go. First thing that we're going to talk about today is a recap on SWAMPFEST 2024. Obviously, if you've been tuned into my YouTube channel, I didn't go this year. Just didn't work out for me. So I collected everything that I could somewhat easily find that had to do with SWAMPFEST as far as full YouTube videos go. There are thousands of posts on Instagram and YouTube Shorts and all over the place, I'm sure. So these are videos. Yo, thank you to the Kravinsky family for gifting 5 memberships to the chat. If you got a membership and you've never had one before, send me a message and I'll send you the members only Discord link. But anyways, talking about SWAMPFEST this year, the first thing that makes sense to talk about is Dig's video, which is the build of SWAMPFEST. Oh, I guess I should say what the membership even is. So the membership, if you don't know, is a paid subscription thing where there's different tiers, and the base level tier gets you into the private members only Discord group, which all tiers of the membership do. Then the next one up gets you early access to videos, and then beyond that, you're kind of just supporting what I do because you want to. So thank you for anyone who does that. And let's keep talking about SWAMPFEST. So this video about the build, so you can see everything before the craziness ensued. Then we've got day one mayhem. And I think most of these are from our BMX that uploaded just 15 different individual videos from the events. So I have all of this linked after the live stream is done in the description down below in the order that I mention it. So we got day one, then we've got all the events completely out of order because I have no idea what order they happen in, but chaotic, and let's just say this is the log ride and roller coaster rail. Then the bowl jam. They literally built a concrete bowl at this place that looks like it's gotta be a permanent feature because it is a work of art and there's no way they're destroying that. At least I would hope not. Then we've got the high air on this super skinny quarter pipe that a couple people almost went off of when they landed. I'm sure people went off of it after they landed. Then we've got the up ledge jam, which was a really nice up ledge with some metal coping or angle iron on it. Looked like a lot of crazy stuff happened there. The OJ Wheels Wild Ride. So this is where they set up the drop-in. Let me find it here. Come on. Where's a video of the drop-in or a better view? Looks like this is... All right, there we go. This drop-in with a whole bunch of plywood going across the pond, swamp, whatever you want to call it. And you got to make it to the other side. And a bunch of people did because these things are sweet and work really well, actually. Not for that guy, though. Then we got the swamp rail, which I was watching this on some people's Instagram lives. It was rough because it was raining and just so many people look like they got wrecked trying this thing. Friday at SwampFest looked amazing because it was dry, it was nice. Then Saturday, rainy all day long and just bad. Not bad as far as the event goes, but the conditions were not ideal. Then the ramp jam. So this was like a bowl type jam where it was bowl corners, the hip, this sub wall, and everybody riding that. The win for that was a ice 270 out on this huge sub wall. Then the channel jam. So there was the channel jam, which is obviously this channel here. This was a shorter video. The long jump, which I watched a live stream of this too, and it was just a shit show. It was only a matter of time before this trampoline that was in a hole in the ground broke, and it didn't take very long for it to break. So all of the cool stuff that you saw of people riding this trampoline was probably before, because it didn't take long for this to get destroyed, and then people just started to try to jump over the crater in the ground, and it was madness, to put it lightly. Caleb Oni was there, and he said, "I'm still getting mud out of places I didn't even know mud could go." I'm sure. SwampFest is insane. Pit Viper rail jam. So this was a flaming down rail jam, which looks so cool. Look at that setup. Just looks badass. Then we've got Source BMX highlights from SwampFest. So we're getting into more videos from different people of just highlights. Then Odyssey's SwampFest highlights with Aaron Ross. Haven't had a chance to watch this one through yet, but I'm excited to, because Aaron makes things fun. Even more fun than SwampFest already is. Then Cult at SwampFest. So once again, this is all linked in the order that I'm talking about it down below. Then the In the Cut from Dig. I don't know if this is the entire event, but then there's the day 2 chaos. So there's that. Followed by the Bloom BMX and their recap. So basically it's like, if you watch all this stuff, you're seeing a lot of the same stuff from a lot of different angles, and maybe some angles are better than others, and maybe some people caught something that other people didn't catch. So you watch all of these and you get to kind of try and catch everything, because even when you're there, you cannot see everything that happens. There's just too much going on in too many different places all at the same time. It's impossible to see everything. So it's good to see all these videos and catch all the different perspectives. Then we've got X Games and their highlight. Yes, SwampFest has elevated to a level that X Games goes to SwampFest and makes a highlights video. Kind of crazy. Then Shadow has their highlights video as well. And when you search SwampFest on YouTube, all of these different people start to show up, where it's people who are just going to SwampFest to film SwampFest and post it on their YouTube channels. And it's kind of crazy that it's elevated to this point where it's like a huge festival. And I didn't go this year because it didn't work out, and with it raining all day Saturday and then being cold on Sunday, it looked like weather-wise, I kind of happy that it didn't work out this year, because the rain sucks, and it looks like you just had to let go of all cares in the world at SwampFest on Saturday. Like, there's no staying relatively dry or clean for any amount of time if you're going to be in there watching. And SwampFest is just a crazy time that if you've never went, you have to go at least once just to experience it, even if you're not into partying or chaos or madness or anything like that, because I'm not even into partying. And I go there knowing what I'm getting in for and have an amazing time doing it. So hopefully next year it works out for me. And let us know, if you're watching this and you were there, some of the crazy stuff that maybe didn't get filmed or you didn't see in any videos or anything like that. And then now we get on to some slightly super extremely depressing news that has a positive update, but still the potential to be super incredibly extremely depressing. So the other day, on Saturday, the Wheel Mill made this post. Important announcement. Please read the caption below. And basically, the gist of this is that the Wheel Mill has been struggling, and as of March 18th, 2024, they're going to close down permanently forever. So there's a whole entire post here you can read, and then I don't even know how many comments, just hundreds and hundreds of comments from people who are saying nice things about the Wheel Mill, talking about their experience, how devastating it is that they're going to be closing. And then after this on Saturday, there were so many people. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Caleb, we can't talk about SWAMPFEST and not play that video. But so many people came out in support of the Wheel Mill and saying, like, there has to be a way. There's got to be something we can do to try and help and fix things, or at least keep it open. And so a ton of people posted. Then there was another post, support your local bike parks and bike shops. And then another long post from Harry at the Wheel Mill talking about this subject and kind of a little bit more info in here about the skate park itself and some of why it's closing. And once again, just hundreds and hundreds of comments on here. And so what was this? That was 2 days ago. This was 5 days ago. So a couple days later, there's an update. Please read the caption below. And the first sentence, I'll read the first sentence and then you can read the rest for yourself. It says, the past few days have been heartbreaking, but also inspiring. There were literal news segments where they went to the Wheel Mill and filmed and interviewed some people, and Harry was on there, Carly was on there, and there was just an insane amount of kind of attention thrown this way, and people just being genuinely bummed out, and understandably so, and depressed, because the Wheel Mill is a hub, not to pun, no pun intended there, but it is, because the next closest place, even remotely similar to the Wheel Mill, is Ray's, and outside of that, there's indoor skate parks, but there's not really anything else that's like these indoor bike parks. And to have the Wheel Mill and all of these people surrounding it, I mean, the Wheel Mill was there for 11 years, and all of the people who grew up around the Wheel Mill and the scene, and all the people who just literally are going to have nowhere to ride if it closes, at least while it's cold out. It's crazy to think about the effect that has. I mean, I had a local skate park like 30 minutes away from me close, and there was a lot of people who just ended up quitting completely when it came to riding. And so, yeah, we have Changa and Cleveland and Ray's, and even then, there's still a ton of people who just quit riding because that place closed. There was even a little indoor skate park near me that, when that place closed, a bunch of people stopped riding who were local to that too. So you never can fully see the depth and impact that a place like an indoor skate park or somewhere like the Wheel Mill can have on a local community. You really can't know the full ripples of that. And so a lot of people were just trying to figure out a way to save this place. And apparently there was a lot of people who had some legitimate avenues that could be gone down. It says your support has shaken some trees. So they've been put in touch with a lot of great people and organizations that want to do anything they can to help keep the Wheel Mill going. So basically, this post feels like there's hope. And then you've got companies like Fit saying, let us know if we can help. And I'm sure there's a lot of other companies and people in general that want to help. Like, there's so many people who were like, where's the GoFundMe? How do we contribute? We want to help save this place. So I really, really hope that something can come of it and the wheel mill can stay open. It's one of those things that feels like it can't happen. Like, I really hope that it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. Matt O'Connell. Give Matt O'Connell some healing vibes. He popped his shoulder out yesterday or super late last. I don't know when it happened, but he's on the mend, and I saw that post this morning. So I hope you're feeling all right. When we lost our indoor parks in Indy, it made riding so much harder in the winter. A lot of people just walked away. Same with Rampage. Exactly. I mean, and it's really easy to just not see all of the effects that it has. I mean, there's so many parents in here who are like, oh, I told my kids that Wheel Mill's closing, and they're crying and super upset and devastated. And to think about all of the people who have come out of the wheel mill and learned about BMX, life through BMX, or went on to go places in BMX. I mean, look at Mason Ritter. Without the wheel mill, Mason, who knows what Mason would be doing, because he worked there, for one, to support himself monetarily, two, learning how to, or just not learning, but progressing in his riding and getting to the like path he's on now. Imagine where Mason might be if it weren't for the wheel mill. So many other people. The fact that they do the Ride Like a Girl weekend in tandem, like a month after Ray's does it, the wheel mill has it. So there's all of these different things. Winter Welcome Jam this past year was the best BMX event that I've ever been to in my life. And we just got done talking about SWAMPFEST. So I really hope that my title of the last Winter Welcome Jam, Wheel Mill Winter Welcome Jam ever, is incorrect. And I really hope that somebody with some super deep pockets is willing to help this place out. Yeah, Huck's dad in here saying, I have no idea what we would be doing with Huck if Ray's wasn't around. That's exactly it. Because Ray's is there every day and has the facilities and means for progression in what he's doing, that, I mean, how do you progress like that and become worldwide known in basketball, baseball, whatever it might be? It's not easy. And I'm just hoping that we can see something good come of this, because it sucks whenever you hear that they're struggling, because that means whoever tries to help save this goes into it knowing that they're helping a struggling business. I hope that they can also figure out some new ways to bring in money and try to figure out something that can help offset that struggle through means that, like, I don't know if it's selling more clothes and selling them online or something. Just some way to bring in money and help extend this. So with that being said, go to the wheel mill. I'm going tomorrow because I don't know what's going to happen. I may end up going another time, and Victoria's sick right now, so if she can't go tomorrow, then we're going to have to go again so that she can get there for a last time. She just loves going there and being there. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. And if you know anyone who might be able to help in this scenario, you know, somebody with that weed stock money or somebody with that crypto money who's mega super rich and wants to help a community in ways that they'll never even be able to fully comprehend, send them this way, because the wheel mill is the kind of place that should stay open. It is a staple and deserves it. So with that being said, let's move on. I hope the wheel mill stays open. Let's talk about some videos from this week. There wasn't a whole lot. SWAMPFEST happened, and I think people know when SWAMPFEST happens, you're not going to get a lot of attention on your video because everybody's throwing their views at SWAMPFEST stuff. All those SWAMPFEST videos got tens of thousands of views and everyone's watching. So it's understandable that somebody might not want to post a video that they've been working really hard on in that week. So first up, we've got a trailer for Kink's 30 video, which is like the exact opposite of what I just said, because Kink was like, oh, SWAMPFEST is happening? Hold my beer. We're going to drop our trailer for our full-length video. Let's see. I hope it's doing well. This video, from the opening clip I saw on Instagram, see? Not even 1,000 views yet. SWAMPFEST week is a terrible week to drop a video, and there's a lot of weirdness that you can talk about with dropping videos, but that is true. When a lot of stuff goes on, if you want any kind of views to happen, you gotta plan around it. But this video is going to be amazing. Does it say who all's in it? Yeah, Nathan Williams, Jacob Cable, Casey Starling, Anthony Perrin, Santiago Laverde, Calvin Kosovich, Harrison, I always forget how to spell or say his last name, Akari. Jeff Mead's going to correct me for the 50th time, and I'm still going to forget. And Anahi Valentina. That is a stacked team. Nathan Williams, Jacob Cable, Casey Starling, Anthony Perrin's a savage too. Calvin Kosovich kills it. Harrison has been on a tear. And Anahi, super progressive in learning. And I don't know. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited to see it when it comes out. Look at the quality. That's got to be a screenshot, and that is some quality. Casey Starling is jacked. That dude is jacked and can do anything he wants on a bike. Then we've got an ad with someone sleeping, apparently. No, video with Zach Henderson called Half Dece for Merit. The riding in the video is great. The song, I'm not going to lie, I had to mute it to be able to finish watching the video. But some people are into whatever they're into, and that's cool. I just had to mute it for myself. The riding, though, worth watching. Check it out. Zach kills it, and he's probably someone that you haven't heard of a lot. He worked at Merit. I don't know if he still does, and just kills it. He goes big. He's technical as well, does big handrail stuff and technical handrail stuff. Definitely worth a watch. Then we've got highlights from the Triple Challenge that went down in Glendale last weekend. I think we talked about a little bit of highlights or something already, where I think it was Brady Baker won, then Daniel Sandoval in second with Ryan Williams in third, if I'm remembering that correctly. And then tomorrow, the final stop is going down in Arlington, Texas. And if you've been following Tyler Truman or Nutter on Instagram, Adam Eloise, I forget the fourth person that I saw tagged. They've all been posting these jumps. These jumps look magnificent. They built this huge berm afterwards that looks so sick. I can't wait to see people land that jump and have no control because they're brakeless and just landed a crazy trick and just go flying out of it like a giant lip to no landing, because that's either they're going to slide sideways and body check it, or they're going to jump it, or the people who might have brakes or land clean enough on the last jump are going to be able to rail that berm. It's cool. Then we've got Doomed in China. And if you guys are getting bored, you're going to want to stay tuned to see what happens in this video. It's going to be the last thing that we talk about. Doomed in China. It's the Doomed squad in China. Raw footage. 12.5 minutes. Check it out. Then we've got Woodward BMX Season 2, Episode 6, Animal Chin 2.0. If you have never seen the Animal Chin ramp in person, if you ever have the opportunity to go to Woodward West, make sure you go and look at that ramp. It is the gnarliest thing, probably the gnarliest ramp that I've ever seen in person. This transition right here is also, I don't know if this is the spine side or if this is the spine side, but this same vert transition is a spine on one of the sides of it. And it's crazy. Some of the stuff that people do on it, mind-blowing and burly. So definitely worth checking out. Then we've got some more fast and loose behind-the-scenes footage from Magnetar. This is southwest to northwest. And then we also have Pacific Northwest and the Shire. I don't know what the Shire is. Does it have anything on here? The shirt, I think that might be a typo. In Orca's Island. I don't know. Oh, and then there's a round two video too. So if you just click on their channel whenever it comes up, you can see all the behind the scenes stuff. And I'm going to reiterate, I love that they're doing this because there's so much footage here that you would have just never seen after Magnetar came out if they never did the behind the scenes. I love it. Then we've got some interview type stuff from this week. And the first thing is Colin Barignac in his 2024 bike check up on his YouTube channel. I'm not subscribed. Now I am. Subscribe to Colin's YouTube channel if you haven't yet, because everyone who watches his videos helps support him as a rider, and that is what we need in BMX. If you want to know what his bike build currently is, you're going to want to check this one out. And didn't he just go from Fiend to Premium or something like that, or Haro? I don't remember. Either way, let's see if he's talking about it or posted a video with it or anything. Best of, no, Woodward part 2. Nope, okay. I'm sure somebody knows. Doesn't matter. Then we've got Factory Friday. I might have talked about this one, but I don't remember if I showed it yet. This is a behind the scenes look at Muller building up his sample Mad Dog frame or prototype Mad Dog frame with only disc brake mounts option on there. No seat or chain stay brake mount option, just disc. And you can see that, as well as some insight to Fiend to Haro. Thank you, Caleb. As well as some insight into a newer, updated Holy Diver frame. It's the taller Holy Diver, where they changed a little bit of the geometry and completely removed brakes as an option on this frame. You can watch this and learn more about it from Jason Ball himself. Then we have an interview that I did with the team, the leadership team at Huffy for BMX. So I talked with Chris Parlett. He's the VP of marketing. Katie, she heads up the marketing stuff, and I forget exactly what she said. Actually, I put it in the description because I'm smart like that. Digital marketing coordinator. And then Jason Jewell is the engineering manager, bike designer. We did an interview just talking about Huffy's re-entry into BMX, getting their goals, their mindset, some of their plans. You know, we talked about Huck and Nick having a frame in here, and they're open about all of it. They're open about literally everything, talking about how long they worked on it and their perspective and values with it and what they're trying to do. And it is genuinely a good interview. And if you have no idea what's going on with Huffy BMX, Nick Bruce was just added to their team. Carly Kane, I think it is, was added to their race team. Huck Karinsky's dad's in the chat right now. He was already repping them for a couple of years at this point, and now he's riding the frame that will be coming out at some point. And you can learn more here. I'm confident. There's a lot of people in the comments who are skeptical, which is understandable. I get it. But I think a lot of people are also skeptical to a crazy level of like not even being open to seeing what happens with all of this. And I hope that the people at Huffy read the comments and take it as a motivating factor to be like, all right, we are definitely going to prove these people not necessarily wrong. Maybe they want to prove them wrong. That'd be awesome. But also just show that their intentions are good and what they're trying to do is help BMX in general. It's going to be interesting, and I think that these are people who seem down to earth and nice enough that they genuinely want to help, and I just hope that they're able to do it and all of the resources put into there can stay there long enough for them to really do a good enough job, and that somebody higher up doesn't go like, oh, this isn't doing what we want it to, and see ya. I really hope that that's not going to happen. I hope it's not even a possibility with these people in charge. And it'll be nice to see something totally different. You can get more info in the interview. And now, for the few of you that stuck around, because not everybody did, and those people are going to miss out on seeing this dude get clocked when he deserved it. She's like, stop. And then he did. This is a shorter video, but he was like messing with her. I got to keep refreshing it. He was messing with her and she wasn't having it. And he turned around and he's like, I don't know if he tried to stop her or what, but she was like, nope. And clocked him. Looked like he deserved it. It was funny. So on that note, shout out to Huffy. Shout out to the Olympics. Shout out to SWAMPFEST. Shout out to all of the good things happening in BMX that are helpful to riders being able to support themselves and make a living, and also the community of people that are around it and all of the different kind of walks of life and types of people that are in BMX that hopefully will have even more support moving forward. And I hope that Huffy does something cool, man. I really do. And I think they will. I'm hopeful. Also, I guess you should probably follow Bethany since I'm on her Instagram to show this video that we'll show again on the way out. Boom. Thanks for tuning in. There's my background. We'll see you guys tomorrow for